I know we played hard throughout. I thought they played hard throughout the game. I thought we do some very good things, and then we don't consistently do very good things. And that's kind of where we are as a football team right now. There's some great plays out there, and there's some turnovers, there's some penalties, some things that's just, that doesn't allow us to consistently be good. And we're certainly at a part of our schedule now, coming up here this next week, where we gotta be consistently good with Clemson coming to town. So I'm proud of our effort. I'm proud of the way we hung in there tough, because coming in here and playing in this situation, you had to be tough mentally, and I thought we were. We played hard and just didn't always play well. But you got to give Marshall some credit too. They caused some of that stuff to happen. Questions?
Frank, could you give us an injury update? It seems like Logan hurt his left shoulder. Marcus Davis.
Marcus Davis hurt it. You need to talk to the trainer. I'm sorry. Logan's shoulder's a little bit bruised, and Davis's foot's sprained. And after that, I'm not sure.
Frank, could you just kicking getting the cold a little bit, and helping us to feel a little bit?
Disappointing how we kicked the ball today. Kickoffs. We got. Cody did make one field goal, but got one blocked. Just got to continue to work.
Right, given the fact you guys are 4-0 and you're the first team in the country, but you get ready to enter a pretty important stretch here in conference play, and you have these consistency issues that you mentioned. Where is your confidence level right now with your team?
With my team as a
whole.
Oh, I feel good about our football team. My thing is, when you do things well, if you can do them well one time, you can do them well every time. And that's just that's what we got to do. But and we've done some things very well. I thought Logan was pretty good today. I thought there's a lot of things out there. We're running hard today. Josh Oglesby made a couple runs today. Wilson made a couple runs. So as a group, and our kickers, it's not from lack of want to. It's just lack of not being able to. Just haven't been able to be as consistent as we want to be. But again, if you do it one time, you do it every time.
What do you think separating you from that consistent effort? Is it, a lack of focus? Can you put your finger on it?
I think it's one thing here, one thing there. We've had a couple fumbles out there. We like to keep that ball on the outside, and one got intercepted. And just some different things going on. But again, there's some main things going on that's real good too. And I don't want to come in here and sound like I'm proud of how we came in here and played as hard as we did, because I thought we did that.
Right, defensively in the first half, you talked about going into Clemson and playing a team that's got a pretty prolific offense this season. Defensively in the first half, you were good, except there was that last drive, 71 yards real quick.
3 plays.
Yeah, and then some longer plays in the second half that popped in. It seemed like for all you were good, but there were some ups and downs in terms of the long plays.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. We had a lot of real good plays defensively, and then 3 plays there. How many was it? 71 yards?
Yeah.
Right before the half. So, and then there was a couple popped on us there in the second half, and it's just all a matter of taking your responsibility.
Coach, pro set, 2-back set a couple of times. Was that to get your backs in space and maybe take a little pressure off them zeroing in?
Well, it helps us sometimes to read their defense too. There's reasons for our formations, but I thought overall, I can say this: I thought overall Logan Thomas really managed the game really well. Got the ball. Most of his throws were really good. So that was a real plus to see all day long.
Frank, you were able to get DJ back after the shoulder that he had, but on a whole, your receiver group right now is just, it seems like,
Yeah. It started out, we were trying to find the 6th one, and now I'm not sure what number we're trying to find right now. We've got to see our injury report and see how Boykins doing back home and all that.
Frank, what was, when you made the decision to go with Cole punting, kind of what went through the thought process, and did you say, you know, we'll give Skylar an opportunity here and see what he does?
Well, yeah, you know, Danny, what I said in preseason, you know kind of what you got back there. And he's a guy that's been in a lot of battles, you know, he knows how to operate with the pressure on. And so, you know, we want to kick him here for a while, probably.
So that's the plan going forward?
Yeah, I'm going to go back and start out Monday and, you know, go out there and have good competition and see what we do next week.
What did you feel your defense did well to hold them to 10 points today?
Say it again.
What did you feel your defense did well to hold them to 10 points today?
Oh, I thought we tackled out in space pretty good for the most part. A couple of them got away from us. I couldn't see what happened over there on the other side a couple of times. You know, we got good pressure on the quarterback several times. You know, I think just a couple of breakdowns there, they gave him some long plays. And you take those 3 or 4 or 5 plays out of there, and, you know, defense had a great day.
Frank Bonner was in there a couple times near the end. Did you just want to get him work, or was
No, you know, Hosley was, his foot was a little bit messed up, and so he's getting some more for him.
Do you think you're getting closer to that offensive balance that you want to see?
Well, we did today. What was it, 215, and gotta go on my glasses, 229, is that right? Yeah, I think I did. But, yeah, you know, I think when you're good, you know, kind of what are they doing against you, and then what are we going to do against them, and have confidence in our running game. And I think we're getting closer to that, and having confidence in our passing game. I think we're getting closer to that. Yeah.
Do you think that the team is aware that they probably won't be able to get away with some of the inconsistencies you talk about?
I think they know that we got a really good football team coming. How'd they do today?
They're up 12 late.
They're up by 12?
Yeah,
35-23.
Huh?
35-23.
Did Florida State quarterback play or not?
No.
No. But I think they understand what's coming to Blacksburg.
Frank, impressions on Marshall's quarterback?
Thought he really did well today for the most part. He threw one up there. They probably wanted to bring back, but for the most part, he was right on the money with his throws. And you know, he's a freshman, and you just kind of go through some growing pains. But it looked like to me he's a good freshman.
Coach, back to your defense, your ends, 42, 99, and others were consistently in the backfield. Talk about how well they dominated for us.
Yeah, they're athletic guys. You know, they really are. And you know, they do a good job coming off that edge. We've had some fast guys there in the past, and we're fast at that defensive end position. Coming off that edge, good players, we're using pretty good.
Any more questions for Coach?
Coach, I was going to ask you one. Before the game starts, you've got Coach Norton's son out there with the coin toss and everything. How did you approach all that today? And we know you went there, but he's on the field. This is where it happened. He's flipping the coin. He said he talked to you before the game. What was all that like before you got the game started?
Well,
I know you get on memory lane problems.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of a sad time, you know. Frankie was such a good friend, such a good person, and everything was good about Frankie. I mean, everything was good about Frankie. And you know, if he could have continued on the path, he was going to be a great college coach and probably be a head college football coach. And you know, he had a great career in front of him. His life ended too soon.
What was it like seeing his son out there do the coin flip? And you're right there watching it.
Yeah, I wanted to get out there and say hello to him. I wanted to see him before the game, and you know, it didn't work out that way. But yeah, I think a lot of that whole family.